Hey guys, today I'm going to literally do what the title says. Yes, it's true. I'm going to show you how to be a baddie. Now, side note, disclaimer, whatever you want to call it, I want to say we are all baddies. We are all sexy. We are all beautiful. We are all hot. We just got to bring it out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial as well as putting on an outfit. Because one thing about me is I love taking pictures in my house. I love doing my makeup and taking pictures in my house. I don't know why, but I do. Ever since high school, I just still always take pictures in my house for Instagram. So let me turn on my vanity lights. I have my ring light, but I also have my vanity lights. We just need extra lighting in here, TBH. First step, hydrate. So the first step of my makeup tutorial, or, just doing makeup in general, your base is important. Your base is so important. If your skin looks dry, cracky, flaky, your makeup, your foundation is not going to come out good. I hate to break it to you, girl, but I'm sorry. It's just like if you have naturally dry skin, so do I. And literally what I do is moisturize. And my base always ends up looking flawless. So with that being said, let's moisturize. So I'm using the Glam by Miss Shea. This from Stalvana. It was a welcome package. And it's supposed to glow your skin. So we want glowy skin under our base. So that's what we're going to do. I kind of just put it in areas where I feel like I flake and just have dry spots the most. So honestly, just moisturize your face. Like, moisturize. Wait, oh, sorry, I hit the camera. There's nothing really to it. Let me center this, actually, and move my... There we go! And move my lip liners out of the way. Okay. Next, I kind of just jump straight into foundation or do my eyebrows. If I don't really feel like shaping my eyebrows as much, which, I really don't, I just take my eyebrow brush, my eyebrow pencil. I'm using the NYX Professional Micro Brow Pencil in the shade Espresso. And honestly, I kind of just, just go in there and give them a little color, a little something. And I do have a scratch right here under my eyebrow. I don't know if you can see it. That was from the eyebrow razor. Either the eyebrow razor is too sharp or I was too rough. So, but I kind of just put the eyebrow product at the bottom of my brow right here. And I also just fill in a little bit of spaces. I love a good natural brow. And then I just brush out whatever product is in there. Using the NYX I'm using the NYX Brow Glue. And I kind of just go in here and this just shapes my brows a little more. Give them that oomph that they need. Now we are going to move on to our base. I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Skin Tint. And I just simply put this on the back of my hand. I haven't been really into primer. I just kind of let my glowy, moisturized skin do the talking for my primer. I'm using a liquid brush. This is Pink Lips. And I'm just going to dab it in there and then kind of just bounce that on my skin like so. Now, I'm avoiding my under eyes for a reason, so that my concealer does not crease, because I've noticed from the past, whenever I would do foundation, you know, right under my eyes and cover that, my concealer would always crease. And I also just saw a couple of TikToks where people were saying to not put any product under your eyes and kind of just leave them alone, so that you can put concealer directly under your eyes without any products getting in the way. And I was like, wow, that's really smart. Why did I never think of that? Why are you just not telling me? Because that would have saved me so much trouble in high school. With our base done, we are going to get our bronzer. This is the Too Faced, I believe, Too Faced Melting and Sculpting Stick. I kind of use just bronzer for my contour. I don't really use contour anymore. I'm not really too sure why, but I feel like bronzing is just in. So I kind of just take a brush shaped like this and just run it back and forth on the stick, because I don't want to apply it directly to my face and cause some harsh lines. And I just take my brush and blend. And if I have to get more, I just get some on my brush like so. I like doing this method because it helps me build up the product. It helps me build the bronzing up. I don't, you know, always just go in full. I don't have to necessarily go in fully. I can build up some spots if I need to. Which spot needs more bronzer, which one needs less. So I feel like doing that method, I have more control of how much goes on my face. And also, it just really makes my skin look so much more better when using a brush. So I'm going in again because I need to put more bronzer on my jawline and also right here. I kind of do tapping and swiping, and you're not really supposed to swipe, but I do a whole bunch of different blending methods. Honestly, it's whatever works, you know? I feel like sometimes with makeup, if you know what works and what doesn't, you know, go with that. So we are bronzed and ready for blush. So I learned this new blush method from, honestly, I believe it's Painted by Esther. The whole blush drama that went on with Patrick Tia and the Painted by Esther. If you don't know the whole lore, basically, Alondra from Love Island, her makeup artist, did a whole blush method, and I think Patrick Tia ended up, and Patrick Tia ended up just taking that whole concept and was like, it's mine now, and it caused a whole bunch of a stir. But I learned the method that she uses, and she does blush first, then concealer to clean it up. And ever since I started doing that, my makeup has come out like tea. Lethal. And I'm like, why have I never done this before? So I got this on TikTok shop and I used it for a video the other day. I have yet to post it, and I just kind of swiped it directly on my face, but I was like, I should have went in with a brush first. So we're going to be doing the same thing, taking some of the excess off our back of our hand. Look how freaking pink look how pigmented that is. Jeez. And then I don't really have a method of where I put my blush. I kind of just put it like where my cheekbone is, and I go up and into the center of my face. But I kind of just let it sit where on top or next to where my bronzer is. But like I said, if you don't have to put your blush here. Whatever works for you is what works, and roll with that, you know? And then I just take a beauty blender and just blend out what's there in the same I blend where the placement is, if that makes sense. So because it's like this, I'm going to be blending in that exact area. I know a lot of people have been bringing their blush up here. I low-key do the same. I don't really know how I feel about it. It is cute and it works. And this is such a good road dupe. Sometimes I just can't fathom, spending $30 on a makeup product unless it absolutely works amazing on my face. But I am such a hypocrite because I literally have the Hourglass concealer. I saw so much hype around this and then also so many mixed reviews on the Hourglass concealer. And I was like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have gotten it. But honestly, it works really well for me. Like, I don't have any issues with it. I know a lot of girls tend to have some issues, but I saw that you're only supposed to use very little and girls were just, going in there. But with that being said, we're going in with our Hourglass concealer. This is in the shade Birch. And I just put a little bit right here in the center of my face because we are going to be building it up. And this is a concealer brush I got off Amazon not that long ago. It came with a set of 2 for like $5. I needed a new one because my other one was so old. I got it off Temu and I noticed my concealer was not blending out right. And I was like, okay, it has to be the brush. There's no way this $30 concealer is not blending out right. Like, it just would blend very streakily. And I was like, okay, this has to be the concealer. But anyways, my method with my concealer is I kind of just bring it up like this to give you that snatched look. I don't necessarily like to bring my concealer all the way down to here. I kind of go in a method. So down, back up, and to the side, really getting you that lift. We're going to do the same on the other side. So down and up. Just to clean up the blush that is there. That is the method I saw online. The concealer is meant to clean up the blush that you placed. So I am just getting my beauty blender and I'm tapping in and blending in what I placed. Now I'm only blending in the bottom part of the concealer. I'm not necessarily really blending in directly under my eyes. Now I like to do that because we are going to set our concealer with the Maybelline Fit Me. This is in the shade Translucent. I take a regular beauty blender and I kind of just stamp it in there and then take the excess off on the back of my hand. And then I'm doing that same motion when setting my concealer. I feel like it just kind of makes sense to set your concealer exactly how you blended it and placed it. Kind of just put your powder wherever you feel like it's needed. More setting to avoid that creasing. So I'm using the Fenty Beauty. This is the Pro Filter in the shade Lavender. This is an instant retouch setting powder. And then I go in with one of these bad boys and I get my powder and I use the lid to kind of stamp in the powder and just take off whatever excess is there. And I am just doing that same motion and kind of letting it sit there so everything melts together. Using my T-zone, putting it where it's needed, under my cheekbone where the blush and bronzer is to carve out our highlighted areas. And then setting other places where I'm the most oily. So I kind of just let that sit and I do other parts of my makeup. I'm going to bronze my face again. It's kind of just to set in the bronzer that's there and to just Honestly, you don't really have to do this step if you feel like you don't want to, but I like to set my bronzer that's there and also kind of just bring it back to life. With that being said, we are using the MAC bronzer. This is in the shade Matte Medium Golden Skin Finish. And I just kind of take a brush like this that's rounded, a rounded fluffy brush, top off the excess, and I just kind of skim through where I want my bronzer to go. I kind of place it where I had originally placed my bronzer. Sometimes I will carve out my brows. Honestly, why not? So I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand, like so. Close this. We're taking a brush that is just flat like this. This is also to prep for our eyeshadow. So I'm just taking a little bit at a time, kind of spreading the product around that is on this brush because I don't want to put too much product on one eyebrow. So I kind of just drag it in shape underneath my brow. Give it that oomph that it needs. Then I take my beauty blender and just kind of blend in what is there. With that being said, it's time to wipe off all this powder on our face. We're going for, low-key going for just a regular everyday look. Now we are going to set our blush because we used cream blush, so we gotta set it so don't move. We are using the MAC blush, Skin Finish Color Struck blush in the shade Snob. I believe it's bubblegum. It's like a really pretty bright, vibrant blush, but it was sold out. I mean, I could have gotten it anyways, but I did not want to have to wait that long for that blush. So I'm kind of just placing my blush where I originally put my blush. Basically, all we're doing is just setting it. We're gonna go into eyeshadow. So lately, I have been wanting to find out what eyeshadow glitter Ariana Grande is using in her shows because it is amazing. I don't know if you guys seen, but Ariana Grande is on tour for the Eternal Sunshine tour, and her eyeshadow glitter that she has on, lethal. I'm gonna put a picture or video right here of what it looks like. And on top of that, her lip gloss, and that's her makeup brand too, and everybody has been buzzing and talking about her eyeshadow, and it's an eyeshadow that's not released yet, so we have to wait. With that being said, I've been obsessed with glitter shadow, so I am just gonna do, this is basically what I've been doing with my eyeshadow. You don't have to do this, but I've been just getting some of these browns. This is the, oh, I didn't even show what I did. So I just went in with both of these browns. I just kind of mix them, tap off the excess. You know, I feel like that's such a 2016 thing to do. And then, so I'm taking the outer corner of my eye right here and patting and swiping and then going under. So I'm not an eyeshadow pro, okay? I kind of just like go with what my mind is kind of feeling. Like if I'm feeling, you know, dramatic, I'll do a dramatic eyeshadow, but I kind of just like the natural, just everyday look eyeshadow. But like I said, we're kind of just on the outer corner like so, and then bringing it over. And I go in with this glitter that is in between both of those browns. And this is the closest, honestly, I could get to Ariana Grande's eyeshadow. Because when I put this on, oh, I don't know if you guys can see the way it's sparkling, but it is so amazing. And I use my finger because sometimes I feel like these eyeshadow brushes are not picking up that glitter like I would like to. But I'm kind of just bringing this all over my lid. Like, literally just go for it. You know, glitter is endless, you know? Not really. But I am just bringing it all over my lid. I don't know if you guys can see that sparkle, but I've been so obsessed with doing this. I've done this every day now. I'm also going to go in with this one right here. Why not? And just kind of put that on my lid. to match with the glitter, just to bring out more shimmer. So now that we are on eyes, it is eyeshadow time. I saw Alex Earl curl her eyelashes like this, where she literally just went like this. And I was like, oh, that's a choice. Ever since I've done that, look at that. Slays every time. Now, the one thing I hate though is some glitter or shimmer will get on my eyelash curler. And I'm like, great, now I have to add more. But it's like, I have to add more. And then, honestly, I just take my mascara, whichever mascara you want to use. I've been obsessed with this Naturally Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I don't know what it is about this mascara. I could eat it. I'm just kidding. So I just kind of, you know, on the very top of my eyelashes, I just kind of wiggle and blink. Lethal. I mean, look at that difference. I love this mascara. So wiggle and blink on the very top of our mascara. We don't want to go all the way down just yet because we're building. Wiggle and blink. Just let that dry. And for our nose, honestly, I just get my bronzer blush and I kind of just like fold it like this, like a fan. And I kind of just, you know, right here on my nose is where I put bronzer. And I'll just do it also on my bridge just to give it a little bronze, a little attention. But I let this mascara dry. And if you like the way that your mascara looks like this, girl, then you're done. You're literally done with your makeup. All you have to do is just use whatever setting spray you have and you're good. Like you're done. But with me, I like to add a little bit more. Okay. I love to add more. I honestly am not too sure if I'm gonna do like inner eyeliner. I would. It's just I'm not feeling dramatic, you know what I mean? I'm just feeling very, you know, just everyday, just, you know, everyday look. And work towards the inner part of our eyelash right here. So I kind of just blink, do the same thing, wiggle and blink. Nothing too crazy. I kind of been really into the natural lash lately. Haven't been, you know, too crazy about dramatic lashes. Look, I feel like falsies are out. Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. I love this lip liner. Oh my god. I had gotten the tiny lip combo thing from Sephora a long time ago. Used a lip liner and I was like amazed. So I line my lips with this. You don't have to use this exact lip liner. Literally, whatever lip combo is your go-to, use it, you know? This MAC one, I feel like this might just match. What is this in the shade? Would Be My Bridesmaid. Oh, that's cute. You know, just a little natural lip, you know, nothing too crazy. And I know this is what they've been using on Love Island, but this lip gloss is so freaking shiny. Now, the winding up is dangerous because I winded this up like 3 times because it wasn't coming out. It literally started over flooding and I was like, oh, okay. But this is it gives such a shine and it's so pretty. And I love a lip gloss that has a tint to it, you know what I mean? It is now time for the outfit, so let's get dressed. My hair is a mess. I need to wash it. Low-key been avoiding washing it every time I've gone to the gym because I do not want to dry out my hair, so ignore the hair. But you guys, this is the outfit I've put together. Hopefully you can see everything. So these are boots I got from Shein. Tights are from Shein. This is a skirt. It has shorts built in underneath, which is a plus, you know. If you know, you know. And then this top I thrifted. And I kind of just thought of this outfit and I was like, this would be such a cute outfit, especially pulling it down. It kind of looks like it's like a mini dress, but you have, you know, something underneath. But you guys, I got these gold cufflinks from Amazon. I've been seeing the girls on Love Island wear them, and I'm not really a gold girly, but I love the way it looks on pale skin. So I'm just wearing a sports bra under, like putting a bra on just for a short little video. But you guys, just a little outfit, you know? I feel like stuff like this is so simple to put together. These platform boots are so comfortable to walk in. I saw the reviews on Shein, and the girl was like, I wore these boots at a concert and I was standing the entire time. I was like, sold. And I think they were only $19, which is a really good price. But they are, I believe, fake leather. They have not peeled yet. Also, I do take really good care of them and make sure that they do not start peeling. The day they start peeling, RIP. But you guys, I feel like this is just a super cute, you know, out on the city, just going out outfit. But yeah, that is today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial, and I hope it was really easy to follow. Let me know if you guys want to see more makeup tutorials, but with different looks. This is honestly my first makeup tutorial / makeup video on YouTube ever, and I honestly just wanted to put out something different. I've also always wanted to put out a makeup tutorial video for YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!